Big Ramy, the sensation of the year 2013, he broke into the scene in New York Pro. He won it decisively versus an out of shape, to say the least, Martinez. He came into the O and he placed 8th. A lot of people would have placed him a little bit higher, including myself. At least he should have been placed above Jay Cutler. He was, in my opinion, better than him. Let's break this fellow down to see if he has any potential of being a top guy. I mean, not only a top guy, does he have the shot at a major title like Arnold Classic or even Mr. Olympia? Why not? Okay, well, first of all, for the unaware, this dude works out in Kuwait. He comes from Egypt. Supposedly he trains since only 3 years, not more than that. He's under the wing of Dennis the Menace James, who trains a lot of guys. He called them the Menace Militia or the Menace team. And basically he wants to be the top guy of that team. Does he have a potential? Well, in my opinion, the dude still has some serious problems. I want to address that. But first of all, the potential, is it there? Yes. Big time, yes. Why? Let's break some poses of these guys and see what he lacks. First of all, the front double biceps. To be honest with you, it is quite complete from the muscular point of view. Every muscle is there. Every single muscle is just there. Is it perfect? No. But that's the reason we need to address a little bit later. Let's go on. Side chest. You can see him here next to the ex-Mr. Olympia, Jay Cutler, who was out of shape. But you can definitely see that he was out-muscled in this pose from every angle. From the thighs up, even, the chest, the biceps, the tricep sweep. That bulgy delt is definitely just better than that of Jay Cutler. So he is good from the muscular point of view from this side. And also please notice that his waist is just okay. He has no GH/insulin/whatever gut going on. He's not pregnant, to say the least. Now, this abs and thigh, let's put him next to Mr. Olympia Phil Heath. With all due respect, I think he is just better in this position. If the judges put Phil Heath next to Big Ramy in this specific pose, I think Big Ramy just has it, specifically in the thighs. Just bigger, more muscular, and even the midsection is just better than that of the Radiant Mr. O, if you ask me. Now let's address one of his weakest poses, in my opinion, the back double biceps. I see no, not only details, there is nothing coming at you, no 3D effect. His way, he reminds me a bit of, he's not as bad as Nasser El Somebody, but he's in between like Nasser El Somebody and Jay Cutler. Now don't get me wrong, Jay Cutler has been basically placed as top 5 best backs of the history. I don't agree with that. His back is not bad, but it's definitely not world class. I'll put a lot of guys who were not even top 10 Mr. Olympia better than Jay Cutler's back. Jay Cutler's back has never been about definition, and it showed, especially in Ronnie Coleman days. Now, when he was winning lately versus Phil Heath is narrow, and he was just out-muscled by Jay Cutler, if you ask me, and it was not the back that was basically breaking the deal for Jay Cutler. So, the problem with Mr. Mahmoud El-Sibiai, because that's his real name, Big Ramy, is him holding water. It's all over the place, not only his back. The back, in my opinion, it has more to do with muscle maturity. Because in this picture here, you can see him, there is some potential there. I mean, for God's sake, I see the insertions are there to show a better Christmas tree. I see that he can, if he's not injured, the lower back can definitely be more defined, more muscular. I'm not asking him to be like Samir Bannout kind of Christmas tree, but at least it will be definitely better, for sure. It's a muscle. I see the insertions are there. So it's all about working them better, bringing that Christmas tree, and of course removing the water, specifically the lower back. The lower back is deemed to hold water more than the other regions. And when it comes to the thighs are huge, right? They remind me of those of Ronnie Coleman, but again, there is a little layer of water he's holding that basically hindering the looks. We don't see the details, and the details are there. Trust me, you can definitely see some feathers waiting to appear, for God's sake. So what I'm thinking is that he's overdone it. The dude, if you take a look at his face, he does not have what we call the death face. You see these athletes like Phil Heath or even Kai Green 2012, they have, you know, the cheekbones coming at you. Or this year, a dude who has definitely less potential than Big Ramy, however he plays better than him. I'm talking about Dennis Wolf. Dennis Wolf brought the death face this year. You need to be at your lowest. I mean, the body fat was really low, and so was the water, right? So that's his problem right now. And guess what? Some people will never be able to dial it in. I mean, I can remind you of Flex Wheeler. He was never, or even Lee Priest. You can Google Lee Priest as much as you can. Take a look at his glutes and his hamstring. They were never lean enough. He was always holding water in his butt and in his hamstring. So hopefully it's not something that Big Ramy cannot deal with, right? And between you and me, I've seen him around the Olympia stage. He did not look fatigued. He looked okay. He was chilling. I'm sorry, bro. If you're at the Mr. O stage, you need to be at your lowest. I mean, people pose, champions pose, and then they go backstage to have some oxygen. Ronnie Coleman was that depleted when it comes to water and energy, right? And the dude is chilling. So in my opinion, he's not digging deep enough. We'll see how it goes, right? So that's my opinion on him. He is a major potential. He has all the tools, indeed, to win the Mr. Olympia if he refined his body. I'm saying it. Big Ramy can definitely be a Mr. Olympia if he dials in well and if he does not get injured. So I don't know if Dennis will put him there, but Dennis James, for the aware, for people who followed bodybuilding back in the day, he had a bad reputation. He was always updating his fans with pictures coming into a show like Mr. Olympia. He looked so good on those pictures, like Sean Ray was saying. If you look at Dennis James in these pictures, you will see his Mr. O. And then when he comes into a show, he comes depleted and not dialed in properly. So hopefully he will fix them. But until he proves me wrong, I'm sorry, he's not there as of yet. Still a long time to go. Big Ramy, you have a big potential, but we'll see if you take advantage of it. Bring that face into the game if you want to win. Forget about the mass. We know you're huge, but bring me some detail, please. Salute you wherever you are. Don't forget to like the video. God bless you all.